right here on the Muskegon Channel. I'm Andy O'Reilly. There's Dave Cackley. We headlong into a weekend where things will get done. People will be seen. Temperatures will rise. Yeah. Seaway run tomorrow. I'm all excited about that.
Oh, cool.
Have I ever shown you my medal from the Seaway run?
How did you get a medal? You did not run in it.
Oh,
So,
didn't I?
no, when did you run in the Seaway run?
I'll show you
Was
right
the
here.
last time? Okay, I've never seen you fast walk, let alone run. I don't run. I know you sure as hell don't run. Or even, I mean,
It's nailed to the wall.
do you
Otherwise, I'd
even
show it to you.
walk?
Huh?
I mean, you're more of a stroller, or you
Well,
hobble.
I mean, I walk out to the car.
Okay.
I will walk to the mailbox.
Okay.
Anything in the yard, I generally get on the tractor and take that there. You know, so it's not that I'm against it. I'm
No.
just, last year I slipped one in on him, and I kind of heard the starting gun. I took off, and I won it quick, fast, and in a hurry. And
You know what? I think I would pay. I don't know how much I would pay because I don't have that much money. $7. I would pay $7 to see you sprint 50 yards. 50-yard sprint. As fast as you can go for 50 yards. I would pay $7.
Would you pay the copay? Because seriously. And in that sprint, are cigars acceptable?
You could have a cigar while you were running.
Can I?
If I said you could, or you take a couple of puffs, do that, and then just.
No.
I would love to see your arms just going.
It wasn't necessarily a sprint that I ran the race with when I got the medal. It was more of a canter. And you know, it was quick. I mean, I blew across that finish line first, and I turned around to the guy and I said, "Do me a favor." I said, "Let's not publish this.
Right.
Said, let's let the people who don't often get chances to win. Let's let them win." And you know, that's what we did. So, but it's
good
right
for
over
you.
There. Yeah,
that's
right by the door, so you'll be able to see it when next time you come over. Yeah. Speaking of coming over,
invite, but
house is going to be filled with ladies here in a little bit.
Really?
Yeah. Breakfast at our house today.
Oh, what's for breakfast? What are you having? Pancakes?
So far
sausages,
I've seen blueberry muffins.
Eggs?
And there was a bunch of things. You know how, well, you might not know this because you've never lived outside of the house. Well, you tried for a while there.
I've moved 23 times.
Yeah, but still.
23 times. I've lived way more places than most people have.
Borderline homelessness does not necessarily say that you've lived on your own. It's
between the ages of 18 and 51, I've moved 23 times.
Anyway,
so go ahead.
So when someday when you get yourself a lovely wife like I've got, you'll find sometimes things are cooked in advance and then covered up and hidden way back in the refrigerator. That is unspoken communication. That is the missus telling you to keep your hands the F out of whatever is covered up. And,
right.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
I sense that.
I think there's some bacon. I did see some sausage cooked ahead of time. I'm guessing that there's going to be eggs of some sort. Blueberry muffins I did see. What else? I'm going to guess she's coming for the coffee pot and a few because there'll have to be more made.
Right.
And then, of course, we'll get to the entertainment portion of the breakfast experience where, you know, guess what? Guess who's jumping out of a cake?
Are you going to eat your way out of the cake? Is that what?
No, I'm just going to jump.
You're just going to jump.
Oh, it's me. Hi, surprise. Everybody got sparklers and all this fun stuff. So it'll be great. Can't wait.
Oh, married life. I appreciate the cult that it is and people trying to encourage me to join it at some point. And again, I've got nothing. I've seen nothing for the most part, but just great marriages from my, my parents to, my brothers and sisters for the most part, everybody. It's still going strong, and
See?
that's great. But this is what I realized, and I realized this. Well, I've realized this for a while, but I enjoy being alone. I mean, I love hanging. I love being with my son. Obviously, he's in Europe right now on a bus to Germany, but which would have been terrible in the 1940s, but now is good.
Mm.
But I really enjoy being alone.
Yeah.
I enjoy it. Again, we talked this about you don't want to be lonely, and I don't ever feel lonely, but I enjoy solitude to I wouldn't say it's to an alarming extent, but it's to an extent that's greater than most people.
All
I
right.
really,
You're a
really
seclusionist.
enjoy. Yes, 100%. I'm the type of person, like if I were in prison and I got in trouble for something, they put me in solitary confinement, I'm not sure that it would necessarily be a bad thing for me. Not obviously after a certain period of time you want to be around people,
Right.
but I think I could handle it better than most. I don't know.
I've seen documentaries about
thoroughly
solitary
enjoyed it.
confinement,
Mhm.
and I will give you $7 to sit in
Oh, you're gonna
solitary
match my
confinement.
$7 to see you run 50 yards is the same as your
I'll give you
$7
$7 to sit in solitary
going in
confinement
solitary.
until you're taking your own filth and spreading it on the walls.
See, that is where the no toilet thing, and I'm just giving you that little bucket, like 2 buckets. One, this is for the liquids, and this is for the
No, they put a
solids.
toilet in there.
They do now?
Yeah.
Okay, then I could probably be okay.
All right.
They have reading, as long as I got reading. See, the problem is no reading material. Because I can't go if I don't have something to read. So, yeah, I don't know. That would be the one stipulation.
You're
I
a
gotta have
mess.
something.
You know that?
I really am not.
I can't go if I
really
don't have
think,
something to read.
well, what? That's not a mess. That's just
Yes, it is.
you need something to take your mind off what's going on with your body at that
No, you
moment,
don't.
because it's gross.
You need to focus.
No, you don't.
You need
That's
to
the one that you
concentrate.
don't need to. No, there's
Yep.
no focus. No.
Yes. All right.
No.
Anyway, let's get on with the news. Let's inform the people. Let's do our
Yeah.
sworn duty as broadcasters and journalists and all that good stuff.
All right, let's get into it. TikTok's chief operating officer is stepping down. Pappas, excuse me. His first name is Yu. I don't know what the U stands for. Maybe Ulysses. That's the only U man name I can think of. Anyway, he's leaving the company after nearly 5 years. Pappas joined the social media site back in 2018. TikTok currently has 1.6 billion users, so apparently he's done his job. I don't know. These guys step down from these companies, and I wonder what exactly he was doing. I mean, what do you don't take? I mean, obviously TikTok's a lot of controversy because it's Chinese spyware, but everybody's on it. And again, that people were wanting to ban. I was initially on board with like the TikTok ban. Now I'm like, you know what? At this point, with anything, everybody's got your information. Everybody's watching you. I just assume that the idea that you have any real privacy anymore is out the door, out the window. It's gone. So forget about that. If you want real privacy, honestly, the only thing you can do is live off the grid. And, most people don't want to do that. So if you're going to have one of these, you can have one of these. There you go.
I know.
No more privacy. It's over.
Right.
What else is going on? E-cigarette use is back on the rise. Monthly sales are up over 46% in the last 2 years. Use among teens also up 21% in the past year. Again, it's still, we still don't know enough about it to see what the potential adverse effects. I know in Europe, though, it's still used as a way to get people off cigarettes. And with everything we know about both, e-cigarettes are way preferable to smoking as far as health effects. Again, you really don't want your kids doing it. My son is a big anti-vape kid.
Yeah.
He does. Yeah. So he's not into that at all. So I'm not concerned about that from his standpoint. I got a nephew who vapes. It's, not a big deal. I don't know. I'm still, to me, jury's out. I need to see more information, like more negative information.
I'll tell you what
before I get really uneasy about it.
Here's what we're going to do. I want you to bring Max over, and we're going to teach him about cigars. That vaping business, he's right there. But if he
He
tries a
needs to know how
cigar,
to.
you don't inhale those, you know. So, hey,
No, you
Max,
don't.
buddy, I'm your Uncle
No,
Andy. Come on over here, pal.
and I remember back. This is back when you could smoke in bars, still
Yeah.
in Grand Rapids.
Oh,
This
you
was
were a Jarm
I want
guy.
to say the early. Well, I was a Jarm guy,
Of course you
but
were. Who wasn't?
a few
Ugh,
times, dude. First of all,
dude,
they're minty. They tasted good, and
they're not
it was the mid
minty.
'90s. They made your lips taste minty,
No, they didn't.
and and you had the flannel shirt and the oversized pants on, and
And you stunk
it was
everybody
a
out of the
very
building
comfortable.
because there was one
No, you
asshole in the
didn't.
place that had to smoke a Jarm, and that was you.
No, everybody was I was. This was Kalamazoo. It was college. Every college kid in the '90s was smoking Jarms. Okay, it just was. Even if you didn't, because you didn't inhale those either, because they fried your lungs. But anyway, cigars. I've smoked a cigar a handful of times, and the first time it was in a bar, I think in Grand Rapids, and it was just holding it. There's something about holding it. There's something cool about it.
Yeah.
Cigarettes to me, there's nothing cool about cigarettes. Jars are fine. There's something cool about cigars, and I don't know what it is. My dad wasn't a cigar guy.
Right.
I didn't grow up around cigars, but there's something kind of, I don't know, it's just kind of cool and relaxing
Stoic.
about yes. You feel like a man. But there's also something kind of cool about watching a woman smoke a cigar.
Ooh,
That's kind of cool too.
I like that.
I don't know.
Yeah, I'll give you that.
Yeah. Anyway. Moving
Good
on.
thoughts. Moving on.
There you go. It's day 2 of the Electric Forest in Rothbury, the 11th annual music festival, expected to draw 50,000 people. Forest runs through Sunday at the Double J Ranch. Always a good time. Occasionally people go a little nuts, a little too crazy, but by and large, it's been a great event for the Lakeshore specifically.
Let me ask you
everybody
this.
up there in Rothbury.
People go a little crazy, a little too nuts.
At times, yeah.
Where
with any
won't
festival,
that
it
happen
happens.
at a festival?
Exactly. That's
Yeah.
my point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have done, and you know this, I have done every level of event from a tavern gig with a guy with an acoustic guitar and a drum machine to the NASCAR Sprint Cup Series. I've been a part of events. I have never seen an event that had a better audience with polite people who are genuinely there to have a good time and be kind to one another. It's truly the greatest thing I've ever been a part of. And
oh, nice. Yeah,
it
and I've
really
heard
is.
mostly nothing but good things. I mean,
And,
with any event, you're going to get some hiccups, but
you're gonna
it's
get
good,
people
yeah.
that leave garbage in parking lots
Yeah.
and all that other kind of stuff. But you know what? It's such a minimal
Yeah,
overall pain in the ass that,
and it's a great boon to the
Oh, my God.
area.
like I told you before,
financially. Yeah,
before that thing went cashless, because it's all card based now. Before
hate
that thing
that.
went cashless, the ATMs in there, they would fill with $600,000 every night. Dude, think about
that's
that.
amazing.
Nightly,
That is amazing.
they took a golf cart
I
around
hate-
with $600,000 in cash and filled those ATMs.
I hate the idea of just cards now. I know there's this kind of push to do it, and more places are doing. I don't like it.
Well, you don't
I
have
like
to like
having
that,
cash.
and that's not really the
But
point.
that's yeah. But
Think
no,
of,
I
think
get what
of
you're saying.
the
The
kind
event.
of money that's
Mhm.
getting spent in and around the
Mhm.
Muskegon area. If
Yeah.
if they're doing 600 grand a night in cash,
Right.
wow!
Exactly.
All
Yeah.
right, point made.
But but a fantastic event
Yep.
just for the Lakeshore, and I've never gone to it. I feel like I'm just a little too old
No, you're not.
to do it. I don't.
love
Plus, I'm not a. Here's the thing. I'm not a big fan of crowds, and I'm not a big fan of concerts in general. Even when I was younger, and I don't know, and I'm just wired a little bit differently, I guess. And I don't, even with shows I enjoyed, like I saw U2 twice during the Zoo TV tour. It was one of the greatest concerts I've ever seen. But it's still, everything felt too long.
Okay.
Every concert I've ever been to feels like it's like an hour too long, and I don't know why.
Wow.
I don't get because for some people it's like a spiritual experience, and
Yeah.
I've never really felt that way about music. I
Okay.
enjoy it, but it's not like a huge part of my life. It just isn't.
Okay.
I don't know
Unless
why.
it's Anne Murray.
Unless it's Anne Murray, because Anne Murray has got the most beautiful voice in the history of music, and of course the Eagles.
Even though she's out whoring around with Alice Cooper.
That's fine. Alice is
Okay.
awesome. I
Yeah.
love Alice.
Oh, of course.
You can't not love Alice.
Of course you
It's
can.
impossible to not like Alice. You like Alice. Everybody likes Alice Cooper. Anyway, sports, Tigers and Cubs were off. French phenom Victor Wembanyama, 7'5" of him, #1 draft pick by the San Antonio Spurs. The Pistons took Oscar Thompson at #5. His brother went before that, so that's kind of cool. He got two brothers in the
What are you
draft.
talking about?
Point guard, West Michigan native, Kobe Buffkin out of Michigan. He goes to the Atlanta Hawks. Jet Howard also from the Wolverines drafted. But so Michigan had two players, two
What
of
are you
their
talking
starters, NBA draft. Two of their starters drafted in the first round couldn't make it to the tournament this year. Juwan Howard, thin ice, is coach at the University of Michigan. Just saying,
Okay.
this is the ice is cracking beneath his feet if it's not already broken.
Michigan
That's the way.
State still hasn't graduated an astronaut crew.
Okay, nobody cares.
Yes, they do.
Nobody
I was
cares.
watching
Nobody
watching the
cares.
Discovery thing last night.
No one cares.
Yes, right.
No one
They
cares.
care.
No one can name. I mean, outside. Oh, seriously, you ask the average person. I'm not talking sport. I'm talking just average person to name more than 3 astronauts.
Yep.
That have ever existed.
Okay.
They couldn't do it.
All right. Well,
They couldn't do it.
some of us are above average.
Okay, but
Ready for some Jeopardy?
Okay. Fine.
This one is all your gains this week are going to be flushed right down the toilet.
We'll see.
this is
What's the
fun.
category?
Huh? Well, it's called
What's
Let's
the
Put on a Show. And I can't wait to watch you just
Him and Ha and
sink.
Ponder?
No,
Okay.
this one, you're going down quick.
Let's put on a show. Okay.
1200. The stage manager is a pivotal role in this play by Thornton Wilder. You don't even know who Thornton Mellon is.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, Thornton Mellon, come on. Back to school, shut up. If this was Thornton Mellon, I would have gotten this
Who wouldn't?
half a second. Thornton Wilder, the stage manager. I have a feeling when you tell me the name of the show, I'm going to know it and
No,
be
you
really
won't.
upset with
You'll
myself.
be familiar with the name, but you've
because
never
I
seen
think my brother may have done a production of this.
it. Yeah.
Is it? I'm just gonna guess. This is a complete. Is it Noises Off?
No.
What
It's
is it?
Our Town.
Our damn it!
So, well, honestly,
I know.
I
Our
can't.
Town is. Yeah,
I'm gonna have to,
I didn't know
Dave.
the
I'm gonna have to
stage
resort to the
manager.
calculator at this point. 34,400 plus 1200. Wow.
Because I thought noise. Because the stage manager being a big part of it, I thought that was a part of a show within a show kind of thing. I didn't realize the stage manager was a big part of Our Town. So,
35,600.
but I'm aware of the play.
600 hanging over your head as we go into a weekend. Enjoy yourself. I hope you have a great weekend at the former ex almost in-laws house as you
It's been
drink
nice.
their beer
It's been
and
relaxing.
eat their food. And
No, I had a White Claw the other night in the.
of course,
hot tub,
of
so
course
I
you
was-
did. A White Claw, perfect.
Mhm. Shut up. See ya.
Happy Friday, Muskegon. If all goes well, we may have up to an inch of rain by next Tuesday, so let's look at your forecast brought to you by Trinity Health. Your Friday and weekend weather headlines show we will be partly cloudy and warm into Saturday, and dry as well, until storms develop on Sunday, as early as the morning hours continuing into the afternoon and evening, along with more humidity, which is pretty much something we haven't seen all summer, but we will have some humidity in the air for both Sunday and Monday. Along with Monday, we'll have rain continuing probably, and also some cooler temperatures. And speaking of cooler temperatures, today will be slightly cooler than it has been recently. We won't see the 90s like we've been seeing the past 4 days. We'll likely stay in the low 80s for your Friday, and in the lower 70s or upper 60s at the beach. But thankfully at the beach, the waves will be low, with waves up to a foot, so a low swim risk is expected pretty much all weekend, as well. Sunday will be the worst conditions with waves up to 3 feet. So for your Friday, expect a high of 82 with partly cloudy skies, like I said. There'll be more high to mid-level clouds, so the sun will be filtered here and there, with a low of 60 with mostly clear to partly cloudy skies sticking around. However, it looks like we'll have a little bit of a pattern change early next week, with a chance of thunderstorms as well on Sunday. This is Sunday at 5 p.m., and it's showing a line of storms moving into West Michigan. There's a very small chance that these could be strong to severe as well, especially to the south of Muskegon, but I'll keep an eye on that over the weekend and update before Sunday if that does indeed be the case. But it looks like beneficial rain will arrive on Sunday and stick around into Tuesday possibly, bringing us up to an inch of rain through Tuesday starting on Sunday. And like I said, the humidity also will increase. I haven't used this weather graphic at all this summer since we just haven't had humidity, but it looks like humidity will get into the 60s, at least the dew points, which means we'll be a little bit humid to uncomfortable for both Sunday and Monday. And you can see that on our 7-day forecast with the humid icon for both Sunday and Monday, with highs falling into the 70s on Monday, but they'll stay in the 80s through at least Sunday. And like I said, that chance of storms will arrive on Sunday, continuing into Sunday evening and overnight, as some scattered rain showers will then develop for both Monday and Tuesday, cooling us back down into the upper 60s possibly on Tuesday, before warming up to near 80 by the end of the week. And that's your Friday and weekend forecast, brought to you by Trinity Health on the Muskegon channel, and I'm Colton Woods Weather, and have a great weekend.